Welcome back. The winter weather is in full swing. Many Western New Yorkers may find themselves looking to waterproof their homes. Joining me now in the Daytime Buffalo studio is Tony Zaccano, owner of Locktight Waterproofing. Hi, Tony. Thanks for joining me.
You're welcome.
Okay, first off, tell me about Locktight Waterproofing and how you got started.
Well, Locktight's a local company. I mention that because a lot of companies are coming in from out of state. They're franchises, and they come and go, and leaving people in the lurch oftentimes with the systems they employ. Whereas we're from Western New York, we're native Western New Yorkers. My partner Tom and I, Tom Pangburn, and we're working together for 35 years now. It was last April.
Wow, congratulations.
I came from a background of family. My dad was a general contractor. We did everything from basement waterproofing to roofing and remodeling and et cetera. So.
Okay. Now, why don't you explain to us what exactly waterproofing is and what that entails?
Well, the very definition of waterproofing is making impervious to water. So therefore, it's absolutely necessary to prevent the water from infiltrating. You can't be 50, 75%, 90%. You got to be 100%, because water will find a way, and it's impervious. It's insidious. And in saying that, what we do is we employ a system that is very unique to the Buffalo market, the Western New York market, in that we control both sources of water. There's drainage under the floor to control the water table rising, and the surface water from the outside that translates through the soil is controlled by the drainage system outside. Other companies generally do it from the inside only, and that's not waterproofing in my opinion.
Okay, so that's what makes you unique.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
Well, we have our men, they work year-round. We do schools, churches, apartment buildings, so it enables us to maintain our crews year-round. So we have to retrain new guys and bring new men on to do the work and retrain and constantly worry about having competent, skilled professionals. These men are experts. They're professional in every sense of the word, and they do a phenomenal job. And when you do what you love with people you love, and they've been together 15, 20 years or more, so they're like family, and they do a phenomenal job. And they represent the company incredibly. I mean, we're just so proud of them, the work that they do.
Yeah. Having people for that long is a testament to you as a boss, too.
And thank you.
Yeah. Let's talk about your services. Tell me all about everything that you have to offer.
Well, we also, in addition to doing basement waterproofing, we also employ yard drainage and bubbler systems, which translates the water from the yard, pooling water in the yard. And then a bubbler system effectively controls the water from the outside drain system and yard drainage, and of course sump pumps and so forth.
Now, we know when we're talking about waterproofing, this is the time to talk about it, right? We've got the snow, it's a rainy day today. This is the time to make sure that your homes are secure, right?
Absolutely. And the reason that is so is because you got fluctuation in temperatures and climate changes constantly, especially in the winter. We're expecting a moderate winter, and the temperatures are going to fall and rise and just constantly change. In saying that, the most important part of your home is the foundation. Most homes in Western New York were built 100 years, 50, 75 years ago. Nothing has been done since they've been built to protect the foundation. In saying that, how do you possibly control the water by putting a drain system under the floor? Well, when the water table rises, the drain table absorbs the water, directs it to the sump pump, evacuates the water. That's only one source of water. And quite frankly, the water table is getting higher and higher and higher here in Western Europe because we're in an economic renaissance. And with that comes building with foundations, displacing the water table. Now, this has been a relatively drier year, but generally it's a very wet climate we live in. So the constant fluctuation in temperatures, the water rising, and the water table getting higher and higher and higher, and the extreme weather conditions, called global warming, climate change, there's different opinions. But the surface water is getting more extreme. So the perfect storm will take place at some point in the future, because the water coming up, the surface water coming down, the drain system under the floor can only handle so much water. So by employing a system outside, adjacent to the walls where the soil meets the basement wall, is imperative. And you cannot, in my opinion, waterproof from just the inside. So companies come in, they waterproof, put the drainage on the floor, let the water come in and drain it out. It's like putting a bucket under a leaky roof. You're really not effectively waterproofing anything. If you don't excavate the soil, and we do this all by hand, so we're minimally invasive, like arthroscopic surgery, so to speak, so we don't damage the landscaping or the foundation. And you can't, if you don't uncover the foundation wall, you can't correct the damage, protect the foundation, and direct the water. So we apply a membrane and create a drain system. Correct, protect, and direct are the terminology we use. And our goal is to provide a dry, healthy basement, usable space, a stable foundation, and possibly down the road resale value. And let me tell you, people are coming here from all over the country, all over the world, in fact, and buying homes in West New York because we have the culture and everything going for us. And they want to use the basement. A lot of people can work virtually from their homes, and they want to use the basement. Homeschooling, gyms, clothes, they want to use the basement to work out, offices, etc., and recreation, of course.
So as far as building new structures, you're the person to go to make sure that's being built
Well, we
correctly?
do existing homes and buildings.
Okay.
We're aftermarket.
Okay.
The builders are responsible when they do it to meet a certain code and what have you.
Alrighty. And walk me through the process of when a new client comes to you.
Well, they generally call the office. I go out, and my son or I make an inspection, thorough inspection inside and out. We sit down, explain who we are, what we do, why we do it, why they have the problem, and of course, the system that we have. We have illustrations and so forth to educate the consumer. Because the more you know, the better we look.
What does it mean for you to have such a positive and great reputation here in Western New York?
Well, we feel we have the best reputation in West New York because we are effectively waterproofing. And in saying that, when we're done, it's generally 90 to 180 days, depending on the foundation. Now, we do homes that are stone foundation built over 100 years ago. So it takes longer to dry out. But water breeds bacteria, mold and mildew, dampness. It's like the hull of a ship sitting in water. And the breakdown of the concrete is essential that you can stop that damage. Because the breakdown of the foundation through the absorption of water weakens it, and then the freezing and thawing in the winter. So you want to get the work done as soon as possible, especially if you're having a structural concern.
All right.
With the bowing walls, etc. We also do structural modification.
All righty. Well, Tony, thank you so much for coming in and sharing all that you do. Viewers, if you would like to learn more about Locktight Waterproofing, you can do so by heading over to their website, locktightwaterproofing.com. Thanks again for coming in.